Hello guys, welcome back again. I have got AUD USD. Right, this was the trade from the previous week. Right, we have price right here. Anyway, in here, I'm not sure exactly, but we were waiting for price to get back into this zone. Right, we look for entries. We buy targeting the 0.65 full figure, and then above that we have got the 0.65 50 mid figure level. Right, so as it stands, we had price dip into the zone itself. Right, so we had this candle open, trade up, and then come down all the way down. We created sort of like a swing low right there. Right, price traded high and then came down. Right, so if you had been waiting to get an entry on the on the H1 chart, right, you wouldn't have been activated because this is the swing low that I'm talking about right there, right, creating the swing high. Right, you would have to wait for price to either go and create another structure below, right, which is right there, and then above there we break above it. Right, price doesn't come into the mitigation block to trade higher. But if you had gone all the way down to a much lower time frame, that is looking at the M15 or rather the M5, you would have been activated for the first time, right, which is right here. There is a little bit of something in there, right? So we have price trading all the way down in here, kind of creating a swing low like that there, and then we trade lower, coming above it like that, come get into the trade, trading the bullish breaker right there. You would have been activated in there, but instead price would have gone below your lows, and then you would have been taken out, right? And this being a much lower time frame, right, with much tighter stop losses, it means you wouldn't have gotten into the trade with a huge trade, because the lower time frame you go, the much noisier it becomes. But then looking at second entry, right, which is whilst we're still in the zone, price does come down like that, and then creates a market structure, breaking above it. Right, you would have been activated upon trading the breaker block in here. Right, this would have been at the end of the day, right, and getting into this basically is would have been Asian section, right, just like that, right, and then you get activated trading higher. You start taking something off right there, right there, and then eventually borders of the candles right there in itself. Right, so this would have been a win-win situation, whereby if you had lost the first trade right in there, and then to mitigate your losses, you go in again with half the lot size that you would have used on the first entry, right, getting into the trade right there, and then holding as we trade higher. Right, so let's take a quick look at what we have on NZD USD for this week. All right, there, that's not supposed to be there. Okay, right, so another quick look at why did price sort of stay within this range, right? So if you remember the previous week, this was the signal that I had given you, right? We had been activated right there. We had an entry, price traded higher, but this being a much stronger level itself, we do see price come back once more, and then trading below, right? This guy, right, just slightly below, right? So I'll still be considering these as equal lows. So a quick look into how we have price mapped up for this week. All right, okay, and that's it. And then clear everything. Right, so as I was saying, as you can see, that I have already indicated, all right, with a line here, a trend line. Right, this is too clean for me. Okay, so I am going to be watching how price behave. If by any chance, as you can see here, we broke market structure, right? If by any chance we do not go trade above this high right there, and then price opens and then starts trading lower, I will be looking at possibly to start buying the moment that we hit this candle right there, like that. Right, this is going to be the area that I start looking for buys themselves. So if I get that in this zone right there, right, you activate your trade, your stops goes just there, and then you target any short-term created highs in here, right? Also highs created in there as well. But basically, we are going to be targeting the 0.65500. If that doesn't happen, and they do come all the way down like that to take sell stops, right? Liquidity below these equal lows, trade into this pin bar of a candle itself, right? Remember, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which still leaves us also within the range of the almost close to the mean threshold of this candle itself. Still, it is the same. I will be waiting to see how price reacts anyway from this zone going down. I'm looking for my market structure breaks and then entry. Targeting this guys right here because this is way too clean as well. We should see price trade above this guys there. Right, so this is what I have for you guys on AUD USD.